Hello, Tracy Jones here. We are now going to show you how to do a manual tool change on the EC300. Now, the manual tool change on this machine is a little different because the number of the tool may not necessarily correspond with the number in the magazine on the side of the machine. We will always start, like usual, with powering up of the machine, and powering up will always place tool number 1 in the spindle. And we have a tool in the spindle right now, and that is tool number 1. And you can always look on the controller in the area where it says active tool, and it will tell you T1, position 1. Okay. Now, what we're going to do to change our tool, we're going to come down and we're going to select the MDI button. And we want to make sure that our MDI screen is clear. If there is any information up there that we need to get rid of, use the delete button and it will clear out any information that we don't need. So now we're going to press in our tool change, which is tool number, we're going to bring up tool number 2. So we put in our M code, and it'll show it down here at the bottom of the screen. We'll get to that point. Now, we are going to input our tool change. So we're going to have an M06 T2 for tool 2, end of block. Then we'll hit the right enter button and it'll bring it up onto the MDI section of the screen. We will come back over to the machine. Make sure the door is shut. This machine will not change tools with the door open. So now that we are ready, we press cycle start and it will change to tool number 2. Alright, if we needed another tool, tool 3, we would do the same thing. M06 T3, end of block, right enter, cycle start. Now if we wanted to go back to tool 1, we can do the same thing again. Do an M06 T1, end of block, right enter, and it'll look like this. And we simply hit cycle start again. And tool number 1 is back in the spindle. Once you have done a tool change, you can use the ATC forward and ATC reverse buttons located right here. Okay, here forward and reverse. Simply press them in. and it will change to the next tool. We were at tool number 3, or tool number 2, and we advanced, so we have tool number 3, and you notice there is no tool 3 in the spindle, and that's fine because there was no tool in the magazine. We go to ATC reverse. Tool 2. We can go back to MDI again, do an MO6 T1. Tool number 1, we do a cycle start. Tool 1 is back in the spindle. And if you'll notice, on the panel we have T1 right here. So that is our active tool, and active tool is the tool in the spindle. That is how you change tools automatically on the HAAS EC300.